My name is Erica Wright. Honestly, God brought me to the Dream Center by answering a prayer of mine. When I was 14 years old, I began playing with drugs, and it was just usually pills, weed, acid, ecstasy here and there. When I was 26, I was married. I had a 3-year-old daughter at the time. My marriage was beginning to fail. I was introduced to methamphetamines, and I chose that drug over my daughter, and I lost my daughter because of it. I remember one night I've been out, and I was living at my dad's at the time, and I've been out partying all night, doing drugs, hanging out with this guy, that guy, just trying to find out and figure out who I was and what I wanted to make me happy in life. So I don't know what made me do it, but I was standing in my dad's garage, and I threw my hands up and I said, God, if you're real, I need you. So, I thought the answer to that prayer was going to be something pretty, but it ended up in a car accident with my daughter in the car. I was arrested. I got a 5-year prison sentence. My ex-husband wouldn't let me have anything to do with my daughter. Every letter that I would send to him, he'd send back to me unopened. So I knew she wasn't receiving the letters. I had no communication. I didn't know what was going on with her at that time during her life while I was in prison, but it was truly God that got me through that time, because I had this peace about it. Like, I just knew that everything was going to be okay. So I got out of prison in July of 2008. I got a job. I started working. I was doing good. 2013, I met my son's father, or I was reconnected with my son's father. We began dating. He never used drugs. He was an alcoholic. My choice of drug that had just really taken my life over was methamphetamines. So I had been away from that for years, and then for some reason one night we began to use drugs. We used the meth again. My son was almost a year old when we started using it, and I remember we would always be wanting to get high, so I would always put my son in bed. He just constantly stayed in his bedroom because I wanted to use drugs. And I just remember thinking, what the heck have I done? Well, I cried out to him again. I said, hey, I know it's gonna take something like prison to get my relationship back right with you, God, but I can't lose another kid to this drug. If there is any way, and I don't even deserve to ask this, but if there's any way for me to not have to lose another child to that drug, please, God. So a friend of mine just randomly requested me, and I hadn't heard from him in years, on Facebook, and had asked me to come to this church service. So I went to the church service. I went for altar call, and at the end, the girl came up to me and she told me about the East Texas Dream Center. And I went back home, and I was all about it, and then started using the drugs again. I'd been clean for about 2 days, I guess, but then my son's father and I got into a big fight, and I decided to leave. I talked to the program director at the East Texas Dream Center. They accepted me, but it took me about 2 days to get there because I was still just trying to detox off the drugs before going in with my son, knowing that I was fixing to make this big change in my life. It was really hard for me because I really loved my son's father, but I really loved my son, and I really wanted better for him. And I knew it was just a matter of time before I lost him. So I got to the East Texas Dream Center in July 2016. I remember telling the program director about 2 days later, I was like, this program is not for me. And she was like, just hold on, just stick it out. And I'm so grateful that I did. During that time, God healed me from he delivered me from my addictions. I saw my son go from this really clingy kid. When we first got to the Dream Center, all he did was cry because, like I said, we were just always cooped up in our apartment doing drugs. And he didn't really know the outside world. And it was hard for me because I was always with him every day. I didn't work during that time. So at the Dream Center, they have a nursery on site. So he was there on the same, so that made it a lot easier leaving him. But he's grown so much. He was 18 months old when we got there. He's 3 years old now today. I went through the program. God healed me. God showed me what it was to serve others, and it wasn't just about Erica, what Erica wanted. And he just taught me how to love others, because I had a real hard time loving others. He taught me how to trust. He showed me what real love it was, unconditional love. These people have devoted so much of their time, in their life and their family to women and children who are coming in from addictions and abusiveness and homelessness, and they just come in with open arms. You just go in there and they just have such open arms. They're just so welcoming. They love on your kids. My son now has tons of aunts, tons of cousins. A baby brother is actually older than him, but he thinks it's his baby brother. I graduated the program July 2017, and because of the just drastic change God made in my life, I knew He's calling me to stay an intern. So I will be graduating the internship this month, and then I still continue to stay. I will continue to stay with the East Texas Dream Center because I believe in what they are doing, because I want other women to know that God has a plan for them. He's got something greater in store for them. He did it for me. He'll do it for them. He loves them just like He loves me. I want to see those babies, those generational curses broken off those babies, and that they don't have to go through the same things that we went through. So East Texas Dream Center not only serves us, we serve others. We feed the community. We do food drives. We go on outreaches. We make blessing bags, and we just go love on people and just let them know that there is a God and He does see them. So that's what the East Texas Dream Center has done for me. Thank you for letting me share.